What's up guys, Phantom here, back with episode 43 of my F1 2019 career mode as we're going to Yas Marina for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. In the last race, Hamilton managed to close himself up to within 6 points of us, which means if he wins, he will take home the championship, and he has any tiebreakers as he has one more win than us as we move on to qualifying.
Here we are at the beautiful Yas Island circuit where qualifying is about to begin. So sit back, relax and enjoy the action. Looking at this field today, Anthony, do you think we're going to see anyone take a chance? Maybe run the hard tyres and save some of the grippier tyres for the race tomorrow?
Well, I'd be surprised in all honesty. It's only the front runners that really have the pace to get away with that, and even then, at the end of the day, it's a big risk. Track position is the most important thing, and it's rarely worth sacrificing for a slightly more optimal strategy in the race, so I doubt we're going to see anyone trying it. I have been wrong before though. We certainly do see some risky decisions every now and then, and it's a gamble that's sometimes worth taking. But if it were me in the car, I would want to be on the fastest tyre for my qualifying lap, without a doubt.
As we start out here in Q2, as we easily made it through Q1 with one of the best cars on the grid, this is very crucial for us. We cannot start outside the top 10 like we did at Brazil, because we are working with a very fine margin here. We got pretty lucky to get on the podium in Brazil as we cut the corner here, but we need to get inside the top 10 here. This is very crucial as we come across the line to finish P2 in the session, as Butler will finish P9, as crucially Leclerc is on medium tires, so he'll start the race on mediums. So we'll have to watch out for him in the race as we move on to Q3 here, as it is now basically gone fully dark and they've completely lit the track up, as this will be very crucial as we need a very good qualifying performance here as we kind of cut the first corner a little bit, as we don't cut it as much as we did on the first qualifying too, is we're going to come across the line to finish in P5 right ahead of Butler, but Hamilton is on pole position and Leclerc is in P3, so he'll be starting on medium tires and P3, so he'll be one to watch out for in the race.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Marina circuit is made up of 3.4 miles of track, featuring 21 corners with 2 very long straights. DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both turn 8 and turn 11 offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular turns 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to talk to you about Valtteri Bottas. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc and a Haas, Devon Butler and Verstappen, Weber, Raikkonen, Norris and Daniel Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Vettel, George Russell and Magnussen, Stroll, Albon, Nico Hülkenberg and Sergio Perez. Ricciardo and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
As we sit here on the grid in P4 after Vettel has gotten a penalty, so this is crucial for us because it's moved us one place higher and gives us even closer to Hamilton than P5, as Leclerc on medium tires are already challenging Bottas on softs. So it looks like he will have automatic pace there. It looks like at least he got a good launch there, as he kind of had a file back in line. He's going to go defensive into this chicane, this very awkward chicane, as you actually break even more for the second part of it, as he is attacking Bottas with the help of DRS on lap 3 here. As we move on to lap 4, is now Bottas is going to attack Leclerc here, as Leclerc locks up there a little bit, but them side by side is going to set us up to go past both of them, which moves us into P2, which is still not a championship position, because Hamilton is running away with the championship right now, as we are going to go into the pits at the end of this lap here, as we will make sure not to get a penalty in the final lap, final race of the season, which would be devastating for us, as it looks like we will be the only one into the pits, it looks like, as we continuously fall down positions. As we come out from under the tunnel, we will merge in P18, as we will split Ricardo and Sainz, who also had a penalty, who has gotten stuck here, basically behind the Racing Points and the Toro Rossos here, which are side by side, as we're going to sneak up the inside of Sainz, who's kind of been boxed in a little bit, as Stroll's going to have to go tight there. He'll actually back out of it a little bit, as we will go around the outside of him, as Madison goes in. Kvyat's holding us up, which is crucial, because that is nullifying the fact that we stopped a lap early, so we need to get ahead of him going in this corner. We will pinch him, and it looks like we may have pinched him a little bit too much, as he is sideways. As you see, we just pinched him on the apex there, as I guess he shouldn't have been fighting so hard with a championship on the line, as there is Hamilton, who's crucially 2 or 3 seconds up the road. As we come to the end of the lap, Russell and the Williams has basically held up Hamilton for probably half the lap, at least the third sector, which is crucial, which allowed us to reel him back in, and he's about 1.5 ahead, something like that, as we come across the line here, as Leclerc's in the pits to put on softs. We will set the fastest lap of the race, but crucially, that will not get us the championship, because remember, Hamilton has the tiebreaker with wins. As we come onto lap 9 here, as we cut the corner, as we get a massive run through the chicane, as we're going to go for the move, and he completely just squeezes us, as we were not able to make the move there on Hamilton, as on the back straight here with DRS, we were going to be finally close enough with DRS, as I think that contact may have helped us get closer down the straight here, because we were in his DRS but weren't very close to him, as now hopefully we can run away with a championship here. But on lap 12 we have not been able to run away, as Leclerc has caught us, as well as Hamilton is in our slipstream, as we have also lost DRS, and we will not be able to get past Hamilton. So I have made the move that Leclerc needs to get past, as he's basically my only hope for the championship now. If Leclerc is not able to get past him, there's no way I can get past Hamilton, because I have no DRS, and normally they don't fix it within a lap or two, and he might get away, as they're already probably a second out there, as Leclerc has crucially gotten around Leclerc and will win the race, as we will finish P3, where is all we need to do to win the World Championship.
Wonderful drive. You're now the driver's world champion. The team want to say thanks for a brilliant job this season.
It's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a great win. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. This also means that there's no catching our leader anymore and we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
As we take a more official look at the championship, as we were not able to win the Constructors, as once again Mercedes has won. But here is a more in-depth view of how the races went for us this season as we go to Season 3.